Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Bleach Soul Resonance video. And if you weren't aware, they did open up for the global side. We got a CBT a few weeks out before the official launch date of November 21st. So I wanted to go ahead and show everybody what you have to look forward to. So first off the bat, let me remind you, this is a CBT. There is a chance things can change in the upcoming few weeks before launch. But let's hope that it's close enough now that very little will change. And quite honestly, from playing in a few of the other CBTs, not only recently, but throughout the years since this has been in development, at this point, the last two I've been in, there has not been many changes. But let's cut to the chase. So you're going to have a 14-day check-in, which is nice. You're also, of course, going to have your Soul Reaper duty log, which is going to be different each day, and you're going to get some good rewards, tickets, etc. You're going to have a special training area where you're going to be able to accumulate more rewards. So they're giving you a lot by playing the game. You've got character trials where you're going to be able to play through different characters to see who you like. There's a culinary whimsies area, a little cooking event that they have going on also. You've also got your combat training, Battlefront Recruit, which basically as you're going through the stories and chapters, you're going to get more goodies for going through them. You've also got Trial Commendation, where you're going to be able to accumulate more rewards, and of course Trace of Anomalies, which is the first event that they will have at launch if this does not change. Now, I know a lot of people will be concerned about reroll as well as the banners, who to pick for. First off, in reference to reroll, the guest account on here, you cannot get out of. It has a delayed delete, so you will have to use a salted email. It will take you roughly 13 minutes to be able to do a reroll if you're efficient to go through it. And we'll get more in depth when it releases, but because there is limited slots, you really can't do the entire process because you won't have another slot to get into for this. But at this point in time, we at least could confirm that the guest account, even though there is one, will only be able to be used once. But these are the banners you're going to get most likely. This should not change. You're going to have the SSR Ichigo, which we've already seen. In addition to that, of course, the accompanying stamp for that character. And so you are aware, there is no 50-50 on their banners at this point in time. So that's good news for the limited banners so far. So 80 pulls, you are guaranteed to get that character. Same with its accompanying stamp. There will also be a guaranteed banner that you will get guaranteed an SSR within 50 recruitments, and it's also discounted for the first 5 temples you do at only 8 tickets, but you don't get to pick your character. So this is one that you are probably going to be staying away from for your reroll. Where I would recommend you rerolling 1 to 2 spots, either the Ichigo on the limited banner or on the select recruitment. Why? Because hands down, the best character so far in the game has been Urahara. Without a doubt, hands down, this should be everybody's reroll target. If you can get this character, and then you are in great shape, because a lot of the SR units are very effective, especially early and mid game. This character does so much. It's a support character, so you know it's going to have legs in the game. I recommend going for this one over the limited banner. The limited banner is still there. It's guaranteed at 80, but this is who you should be drawing for if you're going to be doing rerolls. Now, when you start the game, the main thing you're going to be pushing, of course, is the story content. Why? Because that's going to lead you through getting more resources and opening up different areas. And just so you are aware, in the chapters themselves, you are going to have a normal, hard, and an extreme mode. So lots of content just there in and of itself. On top of that, you are going to, as you progress through there, get your supplies. So you're going to be able to farm for things you need, as well as this cultivation ascension area, which you will need for some ascendance materials for your weapons and characters. On top of that, they have numerous challenge modes, as you can see here. So yeah, there's going to be a fair amount of content. And on top of it, there is a training area also, which is going to guide you through basic controls. You're going to have specialized training and a free practice area. But your key is going to be pushing that primary content right from the get-go, because that is what's going to open these areas up and continue to open up more areas. But as a whole, well, the one thing I can say, even from playing last month on the C server or the Taiwanese, I can't remember which one I played on, to now, I've already noticed a difference in the gameplay for the characters. It has been smoother. It's easy to play through. I think the dodge, the flash step mechanic, which is basically dodge, is working better than it even was when I did the prior CBT a month ago. So they have polished up even more on the gameplay issue. Now, for the story mode, for the most part, you will be playing manual, but in other areas where you're doing your farming, you are going to be able to use auto, so that will help some of that monotony there when you're just trying to get items that you need to either, level up your weapon or your character or ascend them. So that's the good news. I was a little worried about that because I had not seen that in the game up until recently, so I'm glad they added that, because there's no reason to cause people any undue time constrictions. On top of that too, they do have auto pathing, which is nice, so that helps out the people that just don't want to cruise around and want to get right to the point that they're at that moment. As you can see at the top, there is auto mode for the sections of the story that have interactions, which is also nice. Again, all things to help you, be able to proceed reasonably. And of course, there even is a skip button that you can hit and move on out of that if the story doesn't interest you. But I have to say, I'm pretty darn excited. I think they've done a pretty damn good job on this game. I'm looking forward to this release in a few weeks, because this game has been in development for a while. It got kind of put on the back burner for a bit, and then it came out feverishly with them basically really getting this thing going. The original developers for this game have done some amazing games in the past, so I really look forward to their treatment of this Bleach IP in this type of setting. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it, quite honestly. I've thought it's been just stellar from the get-go. Most of the characters in the game are actually pretty fun to play. Between playing all of the different CBTs, I've played through most of the characters, but not all of them yet. But there's not one that I've actually not enjoyed playing yet. They all have their different nuances, like you'd expect, with their bankais and their skills. So they're trying to keep a different feeling with those characters, which is really nice. But all in all, if you haven't registered for this game, I highly recommend doing it. The pre-registrations are closing in on 15 million. If we can hit that mark, then all rewards are going to be gotten on day one on November 21st. But as a whole, I think they've done a very, very good job, and I think it is time for this to release. So fingers crossed. We've had a lot of big games drop and a lot of snafus by publishers and developers, but they've put in a lot of CBTs over the last few months. And if it plays anything like I've experienced on the latest one, I'm very confident most people, in particular Bleach fans, will not only be happy to have a product like this, but something with that type of gameplay, being able to actually play the characters, not an idle game, not something where you're just RPG managing or anything like that. This is how it should be. You should be fighting in a Bleach game, and that's what you get to do in this one. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.